Alright, everybody. My name is Olivier Archer, and this is going to be the first episode of this kind of Jet Blast video vlog where I explain how to make an indie game. So, each video will be about a certain topic. I'm kind of freestyling this, so we'll see how it goes. Anyway, the first episode is the very beginning. Like, how do you start? Like, okay, you want to make a game? Like, what are the first steps? I'm not going to talk about the tools, more like the conceptual stuff. Like, first, you need an idea. Once you have an idea, you need to make a prototype to validate this idea and see if it's like actually possible. So, the first things to do is that you need to make a prototype. So a long time ago, I wanted to make a game called Jet Blast. This was back in 2013. I didn't finish this game because I got a job in the TV industry and it was kind of stressful. Now I'm out and I want to get back into the games like full time. So last year I did 2 games, so it's going to be Steam game number 3. Anyway, I digress. So I made a. Ooh, wow, the sound was bad. So I made an. The idea was to be like a jet game that is procedurally generated, where the obstacles and the enemies and the power-ups and all of that stuff gets generated automatically.
And the idea is to try and survive for as long as possible.
Yeah, exactly. Just like what I said 5 years ago. So this kind of proves the theory, but this was like originally destined for mobile and stuff, and I never really took it too far. Now I would like to redo it, so I had to remake the prototype again, but now in the Unreal Engine 3, and so that this is what it looks like now after a big 5-year hiatus. Um, there is a jet. So if you like Star Fox and games like that, it will be very similar, not the same, but similar. And all right, your prototype is validated. It's awesome. It's the best thing in the world. Now what? Um, well, not planning is really just planning to fail. So uh, it's very important that I think you should make a game document, even if it's just for yourself. Um, because like, okay, making a game is a long ass process. Like it takes months. And how are you gonna like retain all this information in your head? Like even if you have like the most amazing photographic memory in the world, like ain't nobody gonna pull that off. I've tried. It's really hard. And with a plan, it just makes it so easy because, like, let's say 3 weeks down the line, like you want to work on a new system, and like you're like, oh, I don't know, how does this connect with anything or whatever. And that's the point of the plan. That means you can like always come back to it if you're unsure. I mean, it's not set in stone. It's a living document. Like I'm still updating it, changing it, tweaking it as I go. But it's a great piece. I don't want to show off too much because it's just giving away all my secrets. But it is 24 pages at this point, and I have my charts, everything, achievements, all the all the systems, all the assets that I need to make, all the menus, everything is here. So if I'm ever lost, I have somewhere to go and I can just read, and it also like re-motivates you because it just fills everything back. So 4,000 words, not so bad, but it could use more. Um, that is one step. And then for the plan, once you have your plan, it's good to go like into Trello and make one of these. I can actually show you the one that I used for the Bizango Blast remake because it's like the end. So here it's like, so I went through all of this. The green usually means it's done. The systems, are they ever truly done? I don't know. Yeah, they're all done, don't worry. So yeah, all of this really helped me finish the game, especially at the end when it just gets when you're like bug hunting and then you just make well, you can just make a bunch of like to do list cards, and you just power through that, and you can actually see how far you're going. And then what else? And then not only that, but I also have like if you're gonna have a story in your game, it's good to have that as a separate document, because you don't want to fill up this one with all of with non like coding stuff. So this is where like write out the dialogue, little scenarios and stuff like that. I want to have like generative dialogue, so like I'm gonna have like multiple versions of everything. Checking the timer, I'm trying to limit these down to less than 10 minutes, and then that way you have a place of story. I'm gonna have another document for like maybe the sounds and the music, because I want to do like a cool music system. Anyway, so organizing your data, and then you can turn this data into your game. And trust me, it makes it so much easier. And quickly back to the Trello. So like, because I showed the Bizango Blast. So this one so far after okay, I started working on this game in the 12th of December. So since the 12th of December, I can say that this has been started and working but not finished. This too, labels working not finished, started. So I've already started my tracking. I need to put a lot more stuff into here, but I'm just adding as I go. So I have a card for the systems, and these are all the systems that I need. You can already see the systems that are started and working. The interface, actually, these are also working but not finished and started. So can track of all the menus that I need to make, all the power-ups that I need to make, all the upgrades, the assets, and inside the assets you can have like a to-do list. So you can like, okay, I already have the F16, I already have the F15, F18. It's really great for tracking. One for the sound, music, and stuff like that. So project management really helps. If you're working with other people, this is even greater, because like that way you can see who's doing what and who's not doing what, and also make sure like two people are not working on the same thing at the same time. And then finally, just for your sanity, I decided to make a development blog. So I just like write down everything that I've done per day to actually see like how it progresses. So since I've recently like I'm no longer working in TV, I've had a lot of free time while unemployment, so I'm just like going 100% in on this, and especially since the last game didn't sell very well, I am going to be in big trouble very soon. Anyway, so this way you can actually see if you're actually making any progress. So every day I try and at least give a minimum of 5 hours. I try to do a lot more than 5 hours if I can, and then so far like I've been able to work every day except for like New Year's and stuff like that. So since I wasn't working New Year's, made well the 31st and the 1st of January, and then it's like having a nice little streak, kind of like the GitHub grids and stuff like that, except there's no grid, and we're on January 11th. So yeah. Um, Pre-planning makes it go faster, makes it easier, and it's also good for your sanity. Like, so once you get your game idea done and you do a prototype, like the next thing to do is to really just sit down in a Google Doc or a Word doc or whatever your project management system of choice is, and just write down everything that you need to do. Just think of it as like the blueprint for your game, not like Unreal blueprints, but like architectural blueprints. Because imagine like trying to build a house without blueprints. Sure, you could do it, but would it be a nice house? Would it be a house that you want to live in? I don't know. Anyways, thank you for watching this first episode. I hope you learned something. It was helpful. I didn't really show any programming or anything here because like that wasn't the point. The point was more like the thinking ahead, the foresight stuff. Next episode will go into more systems and stuff like that. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.